hope you don't mind me writing this song, even though I know I don't know you all that long. But ever since I met you, and you been by my side, I want you more at each and every time. And I don't come across as some kind of fool, swinging your sunshine right over the moon. And every time I look at you and see you smile, I want you more each time. Well, I know I'm just a lovesick fool, and you're not really sure. But I know, I want you more and more. Well, I hope that you don't think that I'm gonna break your heart. I've been picking up pieces right from the start, and I know how, and I know that I may not be the toughest guys, but I want you more each time. I know I'm just some kind of lovesick fool, and you're not really sure. Well, I could hear you talk for days upon days. Well, you'll always find something even more random to say. I know that we're supposed to be friends, but I'll just pretend that you want me more each time. Hello, Aliyah. Is it going to work? Lord have mercy. I just put it there. How are you doing? How funny is this tech today? Oh, Lord have mercy. Uranus is working with Taurus, and Taurus is like a bull. It just wants to sit there in the field and do nothing. Don't move me. Don't touch me. Don't you dare. But stop and stare. We got to try. We got to keep on trying. Nothing happens if you don't keep on trying. Yeah. I don't know how this is happening, but we're alive. I thank you very much for joining me. We're going to go on a little bit of a tangent, yeah, as they say in the good old days of YouTube. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I thank you. Double tap if you're here right now, or you can just hit that thumbs up, because I know you are so beautiful to me. And then, can't you see? I'm a useless singer, but I want to be the cheerleader. I want you to join me in this ceremony. I am angry. Yes, let's be angry. Can we be angry tonight? I don't know. I try and I try and I try, and I don't know why. I tried and it did not work. Yeah? So we leave the little ladies to play in London. Yes? They can play there. I'm watching you. You're playing over there with your 16 watching. That's fine. That's fine. No more playing my life. No more playing me. I'm here to let you see that you are welcome here. You may have your opinion, yeah? And I have a bigger opinion, yeah? Because this is my channel, yeah? Yeah. Thanks. And we got that under the belt now. So now I can freely speak. Let's talk. Spirituality. What orange? What orange and sounds like a parrot? I think you wanted to say, what is orange and sounds like a parrot? Mission. Mission, do you want to come? Are you there? Are you there? Oh, I just got an erection. Is the answer erection? Is the answer erection? Is the answer erection? Yes, its answer is erection. It's carrot. It's big, it's hard, and it's orange. Baby. Diddy bot. Wait. Carrot. I wanted a purple thingy. You know those purple ones? Yeah? It's an eggplant. I want an eggplant. Please. Isn't this funny? Anyway, I'm crying. I got tears in my eyes. I'm so furious. I've got so much energy. It's like, well, there we go. That's the end of that then. I didn't need any more. And listen, I take no sides. I take no prisoners. If actually, that's better to explain it. I take 0 prisoners. No, none such none. No prisoners, baby. Put it up my ass and twist your finger and then put it in your mouth and taste it. Please. You're welcome. It's my pleasure that you tasted my bum. Whatever that means. 67. You know what? There are some certain rules in life when we speak of spirituality. And don't take my word for it. Please, let's ask ChatGPT about the laws of Hermetism, the Hermetic laws, list them and shortly describe them. Here it comes, baby. It's on its way. Here it comes. The Hermetic laws or principles of Hermeticism come primarily from the Kabbalion, written in 1908. A modern Hermetic text summarizing ancient Hermetic teachings attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. There are 7 core principles, each describing how reality and consciousness operate. Here are the 7 with short and clear descriptions of the laws of Hermetism. 1. The all is mind. Everything that exists originates in consciousness and mind. Reality is fundamentally mental in nature, not purely physical. 2. The principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. Patterns repeat across different levels of existence: physical, mental, and spiritual. Understanding one level helps you understand others. 3. The principle of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything is in constant motion and vibration. Differences between things are differences in degrees of vibration, not kind. 4. The principle of polarity. Everything has its pair of opposites. Opposites are actually extremes of the same thing. Hot versus cold, light versus dark. Change occurs by shifting degrees along a spectrum. 5. The principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Life moves in cycles and tides, with rises and falls, advance and retreat. Awareness of rhythm allows balance and mastery of extremes, or mastery. 6. The principle of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. Events occur according to law, whether understood or not. 7. And finally, gender is in everything. Masculine and feminine principles exist in all things, not only biologically, but mentally and spiritually. Action, reception, logic, and intuition. Why isn't top? This is no. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're well. I want you to explain more. Give me more. I want more. Retry. The Hermetic laws, also called the 7 principles of Hermetism, come from ancient Hermetic teachings, most famously summarized in the Kabbalion. They describe universal principles said to govern reality, mind, and spirit. Here is a clear, concise list with short descriptions. 1. The principle of mentalism. All is mind. Reality originates in consciousness. The universe, fundamentally mental in nature, and mind shapes experience. 2. The principle of a correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. Patterns repeat across different levels of existence: physical, mental, and spiritual. Understanding one level helps reveal the others. 3. The principle of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything is in constant motion and vibrates at different frequencies, from matter to thought. 4. The principle of polarity. Everything is dual. Opposites are two extremes of the very same thing: hot or cold, light or dark. Differences are a matter of degree, not kind. 5. The principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Life moves in cycles, rise and fall, advance and retreat. Understanding rhythm helps one stay balanced during change. 6. The principle of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. Events flow, and events follow laws, whether known or unknown. And 7. The principle of gender. Gender is everything. Masculine and feminine principles exist in all things, not biologically, but as active, receptive forces that create and manifest. Wow. I'm not going to read that again, but that is, let's expand on that though. Expand on the last principle of Hermeticism, the principle 7, the principle of gender. Certainly, the principle of gender is often the most misunderstood of the Hermetic laws, because it does not refer primarily to biological sex. In Hermetism, gender is a universal creative polarity which is present in all planes of existence. The principle of gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. This law explains how creation, manifestation, and transformation occur. 1. What gender means in Hermetism. Hermetic gender refers to two complementary focuses. 1. Masculine principle. Logical, intuitive, nurturing, creative, gestational, subconscious. Every person, idea, thought, and object contains both principles regardless of the physical sex. Creation only happens when the masculine impulse meets the feminine field. 2. Gender across the planes. The physical plane. The reproductive requires two complementary forces. Not just male-female bodies, but action and receptivity. Example, you need the masculine seed plus the feminine soil. On the mental plane, the masculine mind is focused on thought, intent, analysis. The feminine mind is focused on imagination, intuition, synthesis. And thirdly, a thought of masculine must enter imagination, and in feminine to become real. This is why visualization and intention work together in manifestation practices. On the spiritual plane, the spirit expresses self through form. Consciousness, which is masculine, awakens matter, which is feminine. Wait, I must change this quickly. Enlightenment is the union, not the dominance of either, masculine or feminine. Thirdly, creation and manifestation. Nothing is created by force alone. Will without receptivity equals frustration. Receptivity without direction equals stagnation. True creation happens when masculine sets the intention. Feminine nurtures it into form. And this applies to art, writing, healing, spiritual growth, relationships, and personal transformation. 4. Imbalance and its effects. When one principle dominates, excess masculinity spells aggression, rigidity, control, burnout, suppression of intuition, and the excess of femininity is passivity. I have that a lot. Indecision, lack of boundaries, overabsorption, and dissolution without form. The Hermetic work aims to consciously balance this. The fifth inner alchemy. This is the fifth law of Hermetism. Hermeticists speak of internal generation. The masculine mind plants an idea. The feminine soul gestates it. And transformation occurs inwardly before outward change. This is symbolic in a marriage. Conjuration, echoed later in alchemy and Jungian psychology. 6. Symbolism and esoteric parallels. You'll see this principle echoed everywhere. Yin and Yang, which is Taoism. Shiva and Shakti, which is Hinduism. The sun and moon, which is alchemy. Wand and cup, which is tarot. Logos and Sophia, which is Gnosticism. And that's new to me because I only learnt recently of Sophia being Logos. So Logos, Logos, is the opposite of Sophia, which is wisdom, by the way. Gnosticism. In different cultures, the same universal pattern. The seventh principle of Hermeticism is practical application. To work consciously with the principle of gender. 1. Set a clear intention, that is a masculine principle. You set the clear intention. 2, which is feminine. Allow the space and be patient and trust. 3, don't be forced and only act when guided. And 4, receive feedback and adjust, always adjust. And 5, honor both logic and intuition. And so, in essence, the principle of gender teaches that creation requires polarity, and power comes from harmony, not domination. Wholeness is achieved through integration. Mastery is not choosing masculine or feminine, but knowing when and how to use them both. Oh, I love that. The principle of gender teaches that creation requires polarity. Power comes from harmony, not domination. Wholeness is achieved through integration. Mastery is not choosing masculine or feminine, but knowing when and how to use both. Isn't that so true? Anyway, hello, Uzziah Kiani. What is your age? And also tell me your life biggest regret. I'm in my 20s and I want to improve my life. Really? I don't think so. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. You're trying to be a lion. Why are you lying? Because you're always crying. Why are you crying? Because you were lying. How are you, dear? I'm fine, and I'm going to end this live. Please remember to subscribe. Life gets tougher, but we get smarter, and if we try a little bit harder every single day, it does get better. Peace. Shalom. Salam alaikum. Make us live for you. Ich liebe dich. Sibonga, Rilabocha, Yabonga, Hamagach, Salagach, Tschüss. Sayonara. Au revoir. Tutsins. Mwah. 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 Middle finger. Don't you love it?